Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Welcome to week 6 and step 6 in our home buying process.
We've made it.
Yeah, which means you're under contract.
Oh, yeah.
So, congrats. You first put in an offer, had it accepted, and you're out of attorney review. Now you are in a binding contract and you are under contract.
Which means nobody else can bump you out like they could in attorney review period. Now you're in contract. You're locked up.
Correct. Normally, first thing that's done after attorney review is the attorney did their part, and they hand you back to the mortgage rep.
So at this stage, the mortgage person's going to step in and they're going to take you through the application process. They may have some of your information at this point because you've done a pre-approval, but there'll probably be a few pieces that they'll have to put together, and then they're going to do what's known as disclosures, which in today's world is typically done as, an electronic package of documents that get sent to you. You review them, you click through to sign them, and then that application package is what the mortgage person is going to use to basically get your file underway. And they can't really start that until you're out of attorney review, so that's why at this stage is when that takes place.
Correct. Once you do your disclosures is pretty much when you start taking
process.
money out, and you don't want to do that in attorney review when the seller cancels on you. So that's why we wait until you're after attorney review and you're under contract. Just so you know, when you're under contract, there are still certain steps left where either side can still get out of a contract. You're not closed yet. All right. There are still a few steps that we will go through in the following weeks. But now you're in a binding contract, and you're probably going to have to give your first deposit. The way that works is you have to give a deposit to show the seller that, you have some skin in the game and you're going to close on this house. So you put in a deposit. We call it a good faith deposit. It's usually done right after attorney review.
And we're gonna want to see that. We're gonna want to track that. We're gonna want to know where that money came from. So if you have cash sitting around, this is a conversation you should be having with your mortgage person way before we get to this stage, because it has to be a seasoned. The money has to come from a sourceable location.
Correct. Just like the IRS traces everything, if you're buying a home and using large quantities of money that just poof came out of nowhere a few weeks ago, the IRS is going to question that.
It could be an issue, so it has to be addressed and, done properly.
Okay, guys. Well, congrats. You're under contract, and stay tuned next week for our next step. All right?
Take care.